What is happening, fam? So I am here to check out Linux Mint Beta 20.1. They run a bunch of updates, and they have fixed a lot of things, and actually almost everything's working pretty good out of the box right now. For whatever reason, I seem to be the only one on the planet getting some kind of video issues. Perhaps it's the very dated Radeon graphics card I have in my machine, but there's going to be other users on the planet with a Radeon graphics card just as old as mine. I do have another graphics card ordered for better beta testing. As you can see right now, though, things are running very smoothly. CPU and memory wise, as you can tell here by HTOP. However, things are not running too smoothly in OBS, as you can tell by this 8 frames per second. I should be getting 30 frames per second. So that's probably due to the fact that my graphics card sucks. So I've ordered a new graphics card. It should be here any day. And when I get the new graphics card, I will be doing another review of Linux Mint 20.1. And at any rate, they seem to have fixed almost everything except for my weird video glitches. Now, Compiz is working now. You can have Desktop Cube and have all of that going on, so that's good news. Also, out of the box, they had the enhanced zoom working very well, which is a feature that I absolutely love in Compiz, because then you can, see, and you can also write with fire. Now, again, these effects are causing extreme delays on my setup, and I think it's because my video card is just so pathetic. I mean, look at that, 9 FPS. Again, new video card inbound, so hopefully that solves some of these issues, and I'll be able to do cryptocurrency charting, zoom in right with the Fire Pen and all that sort of thing. So I'm getting some kind of green screen issues too, but again, this is a beta, and actually everything now seems to be working a lot better out of the box. So yeah, there's a now scroll bar on the start menu when you have too many favorites. The beta apps are showing up right away. You can start typing in an app that isn't installed, and it gives you the option to install the app. So lots of little issues with the beta from last week have been solved. Hypnotics is really cool, and it actually works. I guess I can pull up Hypnotics real quick and let you see that. So for whatever reason, everything's defaulting to the top left of my monitor that's on the left. I don't know why that's happening on everything. Sorry about that. One of the nearby churches, the bells get super loud on Sunday, and it's Sunday today. So, all right, looking at Hypnotics, I just want to show you kind of real quick what the weird error is with that, because that's still there. And it's probably down to whatever my graphics card is, but it's just very weird that it's still occurring. Better put on headphones so I can hear it once it starts working. But this Hypnotics app is really cool, and it might actually make me watch local TV. But here's that, there's that blackout, right? And then, yeah, and you can see the audio's playing here.
She generally gave herself very good advice,
which I'm going to mute so you can hear me instead, but it won't actually show video until I click on the scroll bar. And then when I click on the scroll bar, it starts showing video. And it works really, really well, actually, and it's pretty dang cool. I guess I could make it a little bit transparent too with Compiz. I can make all these different things a little bit transparent, but boy, look at that FPS. That is just pretty terrible. Clearly I need a new graphics card. Okay, Mint team. Okay, I get it. The new graphics card is coming. But yeah, but other than that, everything seems to be actually working pretty dang well. Again, a lot of weird little theming defaults and issues there that I would still like to see solved. But in general, things are working great now, so I am not going to complain too much. The Mint team has always been putting out great releases for a long time now. This one is shaping up to be great also. And this time, I don't know if just because I was better involved or what, but it seems like they're actually really handling error reports and bug reports during the beta process, which is something I've been super critical of the Linux Mint team for in the past, and they're really handling it. They've fixed almost all the bugs that I've encountered. They can't fix my ancient graphics card, which I'm fixing, so don't worry, that's coming. And there's still a weird video issue. You saw it happen there in Hypnotics. That's also happening in VLC and in Celluloid. And also VLC, after I open it, it won't close until I click on it with Xkill. So still something going on weird with video. It could be my ancient graphics card. I'm not really sure. At any rate, I'm going to be doing some hardware improvements that may solve that this week. So Mint team, great job. Great job during this beta process. Super great job during this beta process. In years past and releases past, I've said, hey, this is an issue. Hey, this is an issue. Hey, this is an issue. And nothing happens. And the final release happens. And all those issues were still in the final release. Sometimes they get fixed after the final release. So, which is one of the reasons why I'm a Mint user, because Mint is a very stable, very usable operating system. However, this time, it seems like it is really working out of the box, and I'm excited. I'm going to have that new graphics card in a couple of days. We'll see if the beta period is finished before then. But as of right now, I am seeing all the weird little issues that were an issue being solved. Now, there were a couple of things I had to set up in Compiz. I had to add Compiz Effects. And initially, those Compiz Effects did not work until I rebooted to get Desktop Cube and Rotate Cube and to get all the things that I wanted. I'm not even in the right scene to show you all that. But to get all the effects that I use on my computer to work properly, I had to do a couple of weird custom installs. So probably if you are going to default to Compiz, you're going to want some of those effects back in there. Rotate Cube, Desktop Cube. I haven't tried 3D Windows yet. I wonder if those are working, because that was an issue before as well. You know what? Let me go ahead and try that since we're here. Since we're here doing the thing. Let's go into Compiz config. And again, everything's popping up to that other menu, which is weird. You'd think if you hit the start menu, open a thing, it should just open right in the middle of the desktop where the start menu is. That's my opinion. You can disagree if you want. You can be angry if you want. But that's what my thought is. And let's see about 3D Windows. Yeah, I have 3D Windows checked, and 3D Windows is not working. You can see all those apps there. They're flat against the desktop. They're not raised off of the desktop, which is what 3D Windows does. So weird little things. I know that in the past, if I've disabled enhanced desktop zoom, I could get the 3D Windows to pop up. Also, I don't really like this herringbone pattern. I'd rather have it just be like a cube with the dual monitor, each one being one side of the cube. A lot of weirdness in Compiz that needs to be solved that is not a Mint issue. However, despite that, everything seems to be working very well out of the box, although I'm getting terrible FPS. So, yeah, new graphics card is coming, Internet fam, so I'll be getting better FPS here shortly. All right, that's it for me today. Great job, Mint team. If you have any more questions, want to get any more feedback on this Mint beta before it goes live, 20.1, shaping up to be a very good release. The first beta that I tried a couple of weeks ago was like, there was a lot of things wrong. They've solved a lot of things now, and it is really shaping up to be a great release. Still a lot of little weird issues in the theming and presentation. Death by 1,000 paper cuts is, I believe, how Clem referred to it. And those are still there. I would like to help the Mint team solve those. But in the meantime, this is looking to be a very stable, very usable release coming up, this 20.1. And boy, the boot times are so fast. That's something I can't show on the video, but when I turn this thing on and go to the grub menu and select the one that I want, it just loads instantly. I mean, it's just boom. It's like a couple of seconds and I'm booted into the desktop. So I've been a System D hater from the very beginning. I don't like any giant monolithic architectures. I think everything should be done on a small modular level, and that's true for hardware as well as software. However, you can't argue with those boot times. This thing boots instantly. So, and it shuts down very quickly too. In fact, that's something I was talking about with my dad the other day. He's been using Linux Mint for, I think, almost 10 years now. My mom's been using Linux Mint for more than 10 years. So I've got my whole family on Linux Mint now. And it's been going very well for all parties. And my dad actually remarked the other day, he's like, man, when I press shut down, it turns off almost instantly. He's like, no other computer, his girlfriend's computer in the house, it's an old Windows machine. It takes forever to boot or forever to shut down. So we are way out in front on this now. I'm going to run OBS again. I'm going to turn Compiz off and run OBS again and check out that FPS and see if my FPS is so terrible because of all the effects I have in Compiz. I'm guessing that it is, but I'm just going to do an apples to apples comparison. And I'd love to hear your feedback too. What do you think the fastest compositor is in Linux Mint? Because you've got all these different options. You've got, let's see, so if you go down here, it's desktop settings. And then when you go to desktop settings, you go to Windows and you could do Compiz, you could do Marco compositing, Marco Compton, Metacity compositing, Metacity Compton. I'm curious which one is going to give you the best performance for when you're running something like OBS. So I'm going to experiment with all of them right now and I'll report back in a minute. All right, thanks Internet fam. Have a great day. And Linux Mint team, awesome job, you guys. Okay, so I have switched to Marco instead of Compiz, and I am getting rock solid 30 FPS, even with the green screen going on, even with everything else going on. I've changed my chroma key settings a little bit to get a better cutout, and this is looking to be very usable for vlogging in OBS here. As you can see now, I'm getting 30 FPS, and just dropped down to 29.03 for the first time in a while. This is with Marco set, no compositing. So obviously I'm not going to be able to do all zoom in effects and everything else I do in Compiz. We'll see once I get the new graphics card if that changes things a bit. It probably will, but as of right now, this is looking very, very usable for OBS if I wanted to go ahead and just operate with Marco and without Compiz. Not as good for charting and stuff on the cryptocurrency charts and stuff. I really like to be able to zoom in and highlight things with the fire writing and stuff like that. But you can't argue with 30 FPS, right? This is very, very solid. Let's go ahead and bring in H-top also. I mean, H-top is just showing that this machine is working absolutely great. I'm getting 30 FPS. I'm getting 30 FPS. I'm getting, absolutely no issues here. And we're only using less than a gig of RAM. And I've got OBS going. And, I can probably do whatever else I need to do. And everything should be working fine. Let's go ahead and move H-top over there. And let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and turn this one off. I guess I'll be oh, I got another H-top running. I got two H-top running. Two H-tops running, and it's still running absolutely great. But, again, without Compiz and all the effects, a lot less stress on the system, but it is working great. As you can see there, I've got 30 FPS rock solid in OBS. So that's with Marco. I haven't tried the other ones. Why bother? This one's working great. So I'll probably leave it on this one until I get that new graphics card, and then we'll see how it goes. But as of right now, Linux Mint team, excellent job. Everything is working super great. Super stoked. If you're curious about anything else that I'm doing in Linux Mint, and you want to know more about how to install it, anything like that, that is something that I help people do all the time. I help people install Linux Mint. I'm a huge enthusiast, and it's working absolutely fantastic, the new beta. So very excited about the way 21.1 is shaping up. Linux Mint team, great job. That's it for me today, Internet fam. Have a fantastic Sunday.